Disclaimer. We are two regular guys who love to talk Bone Thugs and Harmony. We do not represent Bone Thugs or any Bone affiliate. We are also not Bone Thugs experts. The views and information you hear in this podcast may be based on personal opinion. Please feel free to leave corrections and clarifying information in the comments. And enjoy.
He's 99, do you promise like a million where we come from, so right.
Alright, y'all. We're back Beyond the Harmony, beyondtheharmony.com. I'm your host, Cartoon, aka Cecil West, with my right-hand man, John Lippy. Y'all remember us.
Lyrical Fusion, LFMOB, NLN 656.
Here we are, another episode in. I'm pumped, so, you know, we, if anybody checked out John's most recent video on his channel, which, if you're not subscribed to his channel, you can see him as the first affiliate on our Beyond the Harmony YouTube channel, and, he put up a new channel, or a new video rather, and kind of gave you the backstory about Beyond the Harmony and how we started up and what we're doing. And, you know, right now we got that one video, and I gotta say, John, that the response from the Bone community has been outstanding for having this video up for less than a week, and it is like 1/4 of what we recorded, and the demand to put the rest of the Mo Thugs predictions out has been huge. So shout out to the community.
Absolutely. And you know, it's a thing we've been talking about for at least 10 years of doing, and I think the fans have been wanting something like this to come along, if not consciously, subconsciously, and it's finally here. It's a long time coming, by the fans, for the fans. And this is going to be an excellent journey and hopefully fulfilling for everybody.
Yeah, I think it's been great when you jump into a project like, hey, we're gonna do a Bone Thugs podcast. You're like, how well is this gonna do? You know, you got to ask yourself that question, and so far it's great. I mean, not only has it been great for, you know, the fans, and the fan response so far is awesome. And we're on Facebook, but we're also on Instagram, we're also on Twitter. We just started all those accounts up, and already a great response. So that's the fan piece. The other people that run websites and shit like that in the community, you know, like Book of Thugs, who we have tonight, loyalbonefans.com, you know, the response from like them, that's been fucking awesome. And I gotta tell you guys, we already, and I'm not gonna, you know, let the cat out of the bag about any of these, but we already have so many interviews lined up of people associated with Bone that it's insane. It's insane the amount of fucking interviews that we have coming your way.
Yeah, not only that, and I'm pretty sure as we go along, it's going to get to the point where, you know, hopefully we do have to turn people away, because there'll be so many people wanting to get on the show, and there's just so many different angles we're going with. We're going to have interviews with, you know, the artists that you know, the ones that you don't know, and as tonight, we're going to be interviewing a collector, and we want to interview many of the Bone collectors, because that's also a big part of this, is driving the whole fan culture. And we've been collectors, we've watched other collectors, we've enjoyed all the there was a few collector like games that were going on where people were showing off their best collection to win an award, and we'll be doing things like that as well. We're also going to create our own little episodes, like I did on Beyond the Harmony on my other channel, the way I started over the past 2 years. There'll be plenty of those coming. So the variety is there, the interviews are there, the homage to the collectors is there. So there's a lot we're going to cover, and we just got started. So the future's looking very bright.
What a wonderful response for less than a week. And on top of that, like you were saying, it's like it's the plethora of people, and it's not just, like I said, we got a bunch of people affiliated with Bone ready to do these interviews, but it's not just, like Mo Thugs and people like that. I mean, we have people that help create the art. We have tonight, I love that our lead-off interview for this show is with a fellow, a fellow, I guess, contributor to the community, like us, because that's so huge. This is the lifeblood. I think that this is what has made the Bone Thugs community so powerful for fucking, I mean, what a long haul now, for the Bone community. And I think it's been the people on the internet, these websites, these fan websites. So I'm excited that we're going to have him on tonight. He's going to be calling in here to us, I believe, in the next 10 or so minutes, which is awesome. It gives us some time to cover some other things. I wanted to let you guys know that, something that John had told you that I was going to do. We're looking to do a monthly giveaway. I already had a ton of the giveaways come in the mail today. I had the next couple months worth of giveaways come in today. So if you go to the Beyond the Harmony Facebook page, there is a poll up, and you can pick the first giveaway. Okay? So the first giveaway is either going to be a Mo Thugs featuring Bone Thugs Ghetto Cowboy single. So, like we said, I guess we didn't get to that part yet for them, but greatest Mo Thug song of all time, Ghetto Cowboy. This is the clean version, so a little more rare, that is open and used. Or we're going to give away a Mo Thugs All Life Long single, and that's an import, and it's fucking brand new, still in the shrink wrap. So y'all can pick which one we're going to give away. We're going to give that away next month. The last Thursday, the last Bone Thug Thursday of next month. And it's really easy the way y'all are going to be able to win this. You just need to subscribe to Beyond the Harmony and comment on videos from that month. So if we're picking the video in March, that means just comment on the videos from March. We're going to pick one of those March videos, and a random comment's going to win that. If you were picking, John, which one are you picking? Which one?
I think I'd take the one that's shrink wrapped, because those are the harder ones to come by. And also, I just want to make sure that people also click that alert button, so that when we drop the next Beyond the Harmony episode, you'll receive a push notification, and you'll be notified as soon as it's up. And every Thursday we'll be dropping a new video. But just in case you forget, it's always good to have that reminder. But yeah, these giveaways are crazy, man. It's amazing that we're already starting off doing the giveaways with pretty cool stuff to give out.
Yeah, and just like the interviews, I don't want to give it away, but I have some awesome giveaways. Just the same way we got some awesome interviews, and I'm just not jumping to the good stuff first. But I'm going to tell you that I have a fucking cassette that is so dope. I can't wait to give that away. And I will say this. Y'all ready for this? John, they're not ready for this. I absolutely give a copy of fucking Faces of Death, not the Lazy Gear new version. I will give a real copy of Faces of Death away in the next couple months on here.
Dang. Hey, that's the first one. Which version do you have to give away?
So I got a couple versions. I have 2 copies of the CD. One of them I'm going to keep because it's signed by Bizzy Bone. It was personally signed for me. So I'm going to keep my one that Bizzy Bone signed. But I have another one. It's the 1995 yellow cover. So, that's the CD. And I'm going to give one of those away. I also have a couple copies of the cassette. So maybe we'll give a fucking cassette away. I don't know. I went out of my way to purchase brand new shit for the show.
When Bizzy was doing those signings with you, I remember you told me which things did he sign? He signed A Faces of Death, and did he have any comments or funny things?
So check it out, okay? While we're burning a little time, I'll tell you all the story. So, when I'm not moonlighting as a podcast host for the greatest rap group of all time, when I'm not doing that, I was part of a group called Northern Lights Nation. I run a label called 656 Records, and we had Bizzy Bone at a show, and it was a special show because we had a song with him, and we were going to do the song live. And if y'all fucking know, Bizzy Bone doesn't just do a bunch of songs. He does a bunch of songs, but he doesn't go do them live. He doesn't like to learn the new shit, especially if it's a one-off. He does not learn a one-off. If it's a song that's going to be part of the rotation, cool. If not, he doesn't do a one-off. We got him to do this one-off, and what an amazing night. You know, there's pictures. It's me and Bizzy on a golf cart, and I'll never forget me and BB Gambini flying around on a golf cart, sharing weed.
But not only that, you guys rocked the stage too.
Oh yeah, we rocked the stage, and that was lovely. You know, that was lovely. What a fucking moment. We rocked the stage, but it was the interaction, like the golf cart smoking weed, that is fucking unbelievable. I mean, you would think that the stages, and it was rocking, that song was, but you know, the other shit was cool too. I remember Bizzy had performed, I had performed, and Be Real from Cypress Hill is on stage. Bizzy's back in the limo, and I've been waiting. I've been helping run this whole fucking event, and I had gone out of my way to bring a stack of my CDs to the event, and I was like, shit, I gotta do this before Bizzy Bone takes off. So I go to the limo, and I just open the door, and it's just Bizzy in the limo smoking, and as soon as I open the door, he's like, "Oh, what up, D, man? What up?" And I jump up in the car. I jump up in the limo, and I've been giving Bizzy weed all night, and I break him off a little more weed, and I said, "Hey, you know, I don't want to trouble you too much, but you know, I got a couple CDs that I'd love for you to sign." And Bizzy's such a cool motherfucker. I know you guys watch his live stream a lot, and you see how cool the dude is. He's that same way in person. Immediately, "No problem, man. No problem, young blood. I got you. Now, I pass him, and he starts going through them. So this is what I got for him. Right on the top, first thing, I got the Missing BB Gambini cassette.
Oh, yeah, the snippet.
And that was the one. Right out that gate, he's like, God damn. Like you could tell he hadn't seen... I don't know if he's either not seen it or hadn't seen one in a long time, but you could tell that he knew he was dealing with a real one.
Yeah, you know what else I like too? Well, and what about the other ones that he signed though? Because I remember you pushed some funny stuff onto him, right?
Yeah. So when you got to make your decision, I got this whole thing. You know what I mean? So it's like, what the fuck do I have him sign? So it was like, okay, I want to have him sign the BB Gambini. That makes sense. There are a couple I wish I would have had him sign some more Bone Thug shit. I stuck with the Bizzy Bone stuff. So I did have him sign Faces of Death. It was like, okay, have him sign the first album. I had him sign Heavenz Movie. Okay, that made sense. The one I got a signed copy of The Gift, and it was a black fucking marker, so it's really hard to see his signature. I wish I would have had him sign something Bone Thugs in place of The Gift. But the other thing that I did get signed was for the Love of Money single, and you know, that one's got the dollar bill, the Bone Thugs dollar bill all over the front, and it looks great. So I would say my favorites out of this are the Faces of Death, the BB Gambini, and For the Love of Money. The other two, common albums, whatever, but having a signature on those three pieces, very dope. So, you know, can't be giving any of those away. The signatures are special to me. It was a great event, a great time. Shout out to fucking Bizzy Bone. What an amazing human being to spend time around. And that's easy to say, like, I'm sure people are like, yeah, you're on a fucking podcast about Bone. Of course you're gonna say that. Hey, look, I would tell you if I thought he was an asshole. Bizzy is a genuine good dude who really gives a fuck about his fans, and I think they all do. I think all the members of Bone really care about the Bone community, but being around him, and you can back this up, John. You spent a little bit of time around him, and what a great individual that you can tell genuinely gives a fuck about the people that he's around.
Not only that, I mean, he's intelligent in unhumanly ways. That his wisdom, the things that go through his mind. If you could see how rapidly he processes information, I mean, it's kind of obvious. He raps so fast, and so you gotta imagine he could think super fast. But he's like outthinking himself. He's just brilliant. I call him a superhuman. Like he's not like the rest of us. He's a special breed of like an X-Man, a Superman or something. So I can't believe how much energy the guy had. I was exhausted. He was still operating like it was like afternoon. He's just got so much energy, so much life, and man, he's he's majestic. Just being around Bizzy, it changes your life. Seeing it, experiencing the experience of Bizzy.
Yeah, no, I agree. He was a great, and at that event, it was even better at this event that we did because there were so many contrasting personalities at this event. Almost fucking simultaneously, we have B Real there, a Dirtball and Bobby B from the Cottonmouth Kings, Big Hutch, Cold 187 from Above the Law, Bizzy Bone, plus a bunch of other rappers. So there's all these different personalities. And I'll tell you that Dirtball from KMK, cool motherfucker, great dude. Cold 187 great dude. Hutch is such another great guy. But Bizzy was like the shining star. And obviously I'm a fan. I want to feel like that, but when you're around someone fucking special. You can tell you almost gain human points being around someone that special. You feel like you gain a little bit of the power, Bizzy Bone was a great person to be around, so proud moment. I can't wait for us to get him on the show, and y'all better know that he's coming to the show. And when I guarantee you we will uncover some shit with Bizzy Bone when we have him on here that y'all have never probably heard Bizzy talk about before.
I'd say, just to add into, I think he is the definition of a rock superstar. There's a lot of people that call themselves that. A lot of rappers like to say that they're rap superstars or rock superstars, but Bizzy Bone literally, to me, this is my opinion. He's not quite Prince, not quite Michael Jackson, but as far as a living rock star, like the embodiment of it, the spirit of it, A Star Is Born. If you look at those old interviews with Kermit Henderson, he even said they realized early on that Bizzy Bone was definitely special. And that's not to take anything from the other guys in Bone, but I'm just saying, because I never met the other guys, I haven't time with them, but I was around Bizzy. He is a literal, the definition of a superstar, a rock superstar, and he is a living legend. And I would even say, and I've said this before, he's a national treasure. And I hope, the Bone fans are going to appreciate him, but I just wish America and the world appreciated that we got a guy like Bizzy Bone who's alive right now. I don't want him to be like Tupac, where we appreciate him after death. Appreciate Bizzy while he's here, because man, he is a special dude. He is a step above. He's unique, and the guy, it changed my life. So I love Bizzy Bone. He's a superstar. That's all I gotta say. I just want to make sure it's known.
Yeah, and if you guys haven't seen it, I'll give you an example of how humble this dude is. If y'all haven't seen it, there's a video on YouTube, and it's some people riding around in a car, and they're talking about a new website, and I think what they do is break talent or something like that. And Bizzy Bone is walking down the side of the fucking street, and he's wearing headphones, and the guy driving has no idea, or the guy sitting shotgun. Neither one of these people have any fucking idea who Bizzy Bone is. And they just roll up on him, and they're pitching their website to him like he's some fucking, nobody on the come up. And Bizzy just tells him, I'm a musician, and they really try to push the website, and Bizzy, instead of being like, motherfucker, we got Grammys, motherfucker, like fastest rising single of all time, like who are you talking to? Like Bizzy just like handles it just like a good dude, didn't want to crush anybody's dreams. I thought that was so good, because as people, we are pushed TMZ style. Kanye West is an asshole. These people are assholes. To see him just be a genuine human and not try to crush those motherfuckers. Instead, he was very cool to them. And he didn't even bring it up. Never once did he say he was in Bone Thugs. The person in the back as they drove away was like, do you know that's fucking Bizzy Bone from Bone Thugs and Harmony? Have you seen that video?
It always pops up in my feed, and I haven't had the time to watch it throughout, but I always see it recommended on YouTube. And I just figured, everything you described is exactly what I imagined the video would be.
Yeah. It's great though. Like who Bizzy is during it is great. You know what I mean? Like I was just so impressed. So, shout out to Bizzy Bone, past being like such a talented rapper, which I love that we just talked about Bizzy Bone for fucking 10 plus minutes and not a single thing about how talented he is. Yeah, just what a good dude he is.
He could do every single style that there is, and at this point he's demonstrated it all. And I think all Bone fans are like, why doesn't Bone, especially Bizzy and Crazy, they've done so many various styles to just demonstrate their arsenal, their versatility. And I mean, we were there. Nobody even knew Bizzy was gonna drop a song. He just got in the booth and just busted out like a 5-minute song all off the top of his head. And just seeing him work, and again, that energy level is just unbelievable. But he could do it all. He could do it all. People just think he's like a high-pitched guy, but he could bust the fast rap, and then he's got like a variety of types of fast raps. He made a bunch of just rap albums that, people are like, well, we listen to you for other stuff, but he did the rap albums, he did the cypher, he did the freestyles. He's got like a lifetime, like 20 years of epic freestyles, especially that one on the, was it Rap City The Basement with, was it Big Tigger hosting it? That was, Bizzy's got many legendary.
That's some old shit, yeah.
Yeah, and he's got like, when you think of some of the greatest, if you ask just an average hip-hop fan that had not an average hip-hop fan, a hip-hop fan that wasn't necessarily a Bone fan, and asked them to name the top 10 freestyles you ever saw, they would have had to at least mention Bizzy once. I would hope so, because the ones Bizzy's dropped are just legendary. So he's got all the aspects of what makes up the illest MC. He even has some of the best lyrics. I mean, the stuff he talks about, you're like, man, I gotta go do some research to find out what he's talking about. That's amazing. So he never disappoints.
Do you think it's possible, okay, that Bizzy Bone could have definitely been a larger breakout star? Sometimes I ask myself, did Bone Thugs and Harmony hold back Bizzy Bone or Crazy Bone? And I'll tell you, I have a absolutely like huge home run fucking reason why Bone Thugs at one point held Crazy Bone way back. But I mean, if Bizzy during the split would have just really, I guess what I'm saying is, if he was in the position that he's in today, in 2018, he is by far killing it above any of the other members. If he was doing that during the split, do you think that he could have gone to megastardom? Would he have had to have gone back to Bone Thugs?
Well, I think and not knowing the real details of the contracts, I think what set him back was that he wanted to be business-minded and he didn't want to get taken advantage of by record labels. I think had he waited a little bit longer, before he started having disputes regarding the business aspect, possibly his fame would have been even larger. But I think probably the way he wanted to do, and again, I don't know the details, but I would think industry-wise, companies want to take advantage of artists, and he seemed to, know his business end of it, and I think that might have possibly hurt him for larger opportunities, maybe. But I don't know. That's just me on the outside looking in. That's how I always kind of assessed it.
Yeah, and it's so weird because that's 1,000% the way I look at it today. I remember when he was like out of the group, that's totally not the way you want to look at it. The way it was looked at was Bizzy's fucking crazy, and Bizzy's an alcoholic, and Bizzy is a fucking loose cannon, and he can't be counted on. And I'm not saying that at that time that any of that wasn't true, but I think the thing that wasn't said along with all that shit that I just said was Bizzy fucking understood what was happening to Bone Thugs, the Bone Thugs brand, the Bone Thugs money, more than any of the other ones. And that I don't think is disputable by anybody. I don't think anybody could tell you anything fucking different. Bizzy is the only one that was like, fuck this. We're getting fucking raped. The other ones, it was almost just like hey, this has got to happen for a little bit, Bizzy, for us to get on. And maybe they were right too. If they all would have done what Bizzy did, maybe Bone Thugs wouldn't fucking exist. Maybe he owes it to them for holding it together. But he under fucking stood in a way that the other ones do not. At least in my opinion. In my opinion, that's the way it looks today. We didn't know that back then. But today, when you look at the whole thing, 25 fucking years, that's the way it looks.
Well, this just dawned on me this moment, and I don't know how you and I haven't put this together yet. But if you look at the parallels of NWA and Bone Thugs and Harmony, both coincidentally with Eazy-E, was NWA had Ice Cube. He was the premier member of NWA, and then he went on the solo tip. He was the first member to leave the group due to disputes on how the business part of it was being handled. But it seemed like Cube had a network of good people that he went to that helped develop his solo career. I don't know who Bizzy went to when he left, but so Cube left NWA, which was Eazy-E and Jerry Heller, and then Bizzy leaves Bone Thugs and Harmony and goes off on his own. Although it seemed like it was still kind of part of Ruthless, because did Ruthless put out Heavenz Movie?
Yeah, they're on it. You know what I mean? When you look at it, when you look at the linear notes, all that shit, Ruthless is all over it. I don't think those guys, and when I say those guys, I mean Bone Thugs and Harmony, I don't think any of them could do anything back then without Ruthless seeing a piece. We remember that Ruthless was on, original Mo Thugs releases, on Heavenz Movie, on Thug Mentality 99. The only one that they didn't have their hands on, obviously, was Flesh and Bone. So there was a long time they were on everything, including Heavenz Movie. And I think it's always been a disputable factor as well why Heavenz was so fucked up. Some people say it was a lot of samples. Some people say Ruthless fucked the project up. Wouldn't let certain things come out. Tamika had a hair across her ass about things that we're saying. I mean, when we compare the honesty of Heavenz Movie and the honesty of Thug Mentality 99, we're not talking about how good the two records are. When we talk about the honesty of what the fuck is going on, Bizzy's album was a pretty honest, no pun intended, ruthless album for that time, especially in comparison to Thug Mentality 99. Would you agree?
Yeah, I enjoyed the album, and it was great to have a Bizzy solo, but those snippet tracks, which were such teasers that, to this day, I'm always like, it's the album that could have been had the full tracks had been released. But yeah, no, it was excellent. And when you look back on it, there was interesting marketing behind it. They partnered him up with Immature. He had that Soul Train solo appearance. He He had 2 music videos for the album. You know, there was a lot of marketing behind it, but it didn't hit that same level that they had for Bone, like a Bone Thugs and Harmony release. But there was a pretty good push for Heavenz Movie. I mean, Thugs Cry was a big deal, and they did a good, like, for Nobody Can Stop Me. They kind of built up a whole storyline behind that and used that to kind of carve out a persona for Bizzy Bone, which hadn't been prior carved out yet. Because, you know, Heavenz Movie gave Bizzy's story, but up until then, Bone, they weren't really introspective on their songs. It was kind of like just, you know, rap songs about, you know, Down 71 and stuff, but there weren't introspective songs about their own lives. And that's what Heavenz Movie did. It really shifted the way Bone started to present themselves, because you got to know the artist deep with their thoughts through their solo albums.
Yeah, I agree. I think they started to get there with, you know, Art of War, obviously. But it wasn't... They were great songs that I think we found out about Bone. There were things we found out about Bone in the Art of War, but it was still a lot of general music. Great music. Art of War is probably my favorite album, just so y'all know, but it's still that general Bone sound with motherfucking Heavenz Movie, especially, you know, Nobody Can Stop Me. We get that personal touch, and Bizzy set the bar. He changed what the bar would be for Bone Thugs, and I think he also made it okay. Like, you know, you got fucking 4 other homies you rap with, and it's like, this is what we rap about, you know. Mo murder, Ouija, are you with me? This is what we rap about. So it takes one of them to step up and say, hey, I'm gonna do some of this shit. So who knows why that album is fucked up. I will say that anytime somebody talks to, you know, me about Heavenz Movie that knows about it always feels like the general thing is those tracks are lost, which is also such a crazy idea, that tracks are just lost. We would never just lose tracks today. So many tracks lost in transit. This was a great little talk. I will say that I just got word that Shane is gonna be calling in here any moment, so we'll be on the lookout for him. Might as well just give you a little setup for the man before he gets in here. Shane runs bookofthugs.com, which currently will direct you to his Facebook page. But he is in the middle of building a great website that I'm sure he's going to tell you all about. Book of Thugs, what a collection, man. I was so fucking pumped that this interview came together, and I loved that you were too. Without me and you talking, this interview got set up, and so y'all know, I went to John and I said, hey, you know, the guy from Book of Thugs, I really want to get on. He's a great fan, and John was more excited for the Book of Thugs interview than some of the former Mo Thugs that I just set up.
I mean, this is one of the reasons. Like, Book of Thugs, Shane is one of the reasons I wanted to even do Beyond the Harmony. His collection and his efforts of what he's trying to do is phenomenal. It's something that has always been in the back of my mind of something that I wanted to do, but I just didn't want to spend the money and the time to do it. Although I had been working on a database, but I'm just so busy with other things, and I'm so glad that someone like him has the same eye, the same collector mentality, attention to detail, and the categorization capabilities and talents to put together a collection like this. And I'm excited to ask him some questions and find out more about his plans, because this is something I believe that the Bone community has needed. There's been efforts, but to do and I think a few think they've got the thorough and complete thing, but it's never been complete to my satisfaction. But from what I understand of the way Shane thinks, is that he's got a very similar approach that I have, and that's everything. We want to know absolutely everything. Like, Wikipedia knows everything, like everything that could possibly be related to Bone. We want to catalog it, we want to capture it, and put it there for posterity to get the full and absolutely complete picture of all the releases. This is one of the most daunting tasks of any music group, past, present, or future, just because there's never been a group with so many members in the affiliates and the Mo Thug family and the Seven Sign and the Life, and then all the features and all. I mean, I don't think any group's done as many features as Bone has done, because all 5 members doing features. There's so many features we don't even know of all of them, because some of them haven't even been released yet. Like that story that Crazy Bone told about how he did Riding Dirty with Chameleonaire like 3 years prior, and then it was like nominated for a Grammy, and he had forgot he even recorded it. Like that story blows my mind.
Yeah.
And so there's just so much out there. It's such a challenging task. Like it's a fun challenge, and as I said, the Bone community's been trying to do this, and I think finally somebody like Shane is out there trying to do it to the absolute fullest. So I've been wanting to meet this guy for a long time. I've seen his work like a year ago, and the legendary the alleged website that's out there.
I'm gonna ask him too, and I do see we have a couple guests listening to the pre-record right now, and it looks like maybe one of them is Shane. So we'll ask him, but I don't think anybody's ever completed it. I remember real early, we're talking fucking well over 10 years ago. I think that people were close at that time because there were not as many things to collect, and then there was, once the guy started branching out, and the fucking tree quadrupled in size, it became so hard to keep up. So he's got a daunting task. Lippy, do you see our friend in here? I see we got a couple friends. I believe the SE one is our guest for the night.
Okay, yeah, I do see the guest list, and shout out to Kalita Brajarki for being in the chat as well. Although that one looks like that's the one that's on phone, and I don't know. Oh no, SE Wisconsin's on phone.
Yeah.
So yeah, Book of Thugs, are you out there? Are you on the line?
What's up, guys? How y'all doing?
Hey,
oh, okay.
Fantastic. Oh, yes.
Is it Cecil?
Yeah, okay. So I just so fun story. That's me, and Cecil is just the online moniker, but I think a lot of people are going to start calling me that. And then my co-host is John Lippy. You had actually seen a bunch of his videos before me and you ever even spoke.
Yeah, and you and I, Shane, we've corresponded on the BT&H board. I had posted a database a while back, and then you had mentioned like, hey, I'm already working on it, buddy, and it linked to Book of Thug. Yeah, and it linked to bookofthugs.com, which I've been debating this with Cecil all week. I remember a website, and it wasn't linking to Facebook originally. It was going to like yourname.com, and it had like all these graphics on it, and it was categorized correctly. And I was like, oh my God, there was like aspects of that site that I didn't even know how you did. But
I did have the site up and going for maybe a week or so. I put a little example up there, and I took it down right away.
Ah, okay. Is
that
okay?
Could have been it.
Okay, and does it sound like what I was describing? Like you had like all these little tiny graphics. I think even like links to Amazon, like with an affiliate program.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
That was it. So
yeah,
that's
man,
my idea
looked,
right there.
That looks
so
super hot.
Official here, just so our listeners know, we officially are on with Shane Abrahamson. He runs bookofthugs.com, and you can check him out by hitting that address. Shane, that address is eventually going to a full website, right? Right now it goes to your Facebook.
Yeah. Yep.
And what's the goal? What's that goal with that website? You told me earlier in private you were aiming for towards the end of the year. What's the goal with this bookofthugs.com?
Yeah, I'm reaching for the end of 2018 here, just to categorize and have a database, because discogs.com is kind of here or there with everything. So I wanted to have a website, with official purchasing links that go to, so Bone makes their money off of this, and whatever, little money I make off the Amazon backlinks or whatever, you know what I mean? But to keep the site funded. But yeah, the idea is just to have a place where everybody can go and find everything that was ever made, and even add it to their Disco G's collection, from my site, or follow up, purchase it, or find stuff they never even knew of. You know what I mean? Because I find a lot of people don't even know a lot of content existed, and I think it'd be awesome to have that all in one place where you can find everything. You ain't got to
There's an
search for
amazing.
anything.
I was gonna say there's an amazing amount of content out there, bro. Just in the the couple of days you and I have been talking, you and I have uncovered a couple brand new just promos and singles that we didn't even know existed, because the name is just so out there. Has that made it a real daunting task for you, knowing that you were about to that you were about to try to take on such a monster of a task? Because what the overall goal, correct me if I'm wrong, is to collect everything. Is that true?
Yes. So far, I've kind of transferred it over to going with a digital collection and selling off the physical copies, because I really need to get rid of those to fund the site even further, keep it up for maybe 5-10 years out the gate, with hosting and domain, and keep it up as long as I can. But yeah, that's the overall goal, is to have a scan and a rip directly from every single copy that ever was out there. So yeah, that's one of the most daunting tasks that I've come upon in probably my life, man. There's just so much shit out there. It's crazy.
Where do you draw the boundary, though? Like, meaning, like, what constitutes as being part of, like, do you have a boundary where you're like, okay, that doesn't count, or does absolutely everything count?
Everything with the name on it. So even like a Lazy Bone Presents, and he never even touched that CD, that, to me, that counts just because his name is on it.
If there was just some random group that featured Crazy, Lazy, Bizzy, Wish or Flesh, would you acquire that CD as well? Like, if you had to get the whole...
That would go into the features, or featured main artist, or something category like that.
Man, that is...
You know what I'm going to tell him, right, John, is that he's going to have to get a copy of Northern Lights Nation Filth, because Bizzy Bone is on that.
Wow. Man, there's so many hits that are going to be so hard to find that I think I'm going to have to, on some of them, I have to just be happy with, a FLAC rip that I can get off the internet or something like that. Because some of them I think are just going to be impossible to get my hands on until maybe 10 years, 20 years down the road, or whenever one comes up for sale,
Well,
now,
Cartoon, help him out. Help the brother out, man. Send him a copy of Filth signed, man. It's one less he's got to buy.
I'm gonna send him a copy of Filth, and me and Shane had actually been talking, and I don't think I have a fucking thing that this guy doesn't have, but I told him if I have anything in my collection that he doesn't have, that I'm gonna send that to him as well. We're gonna do everything we can at Beyond the Harmony to help Shane and Book of Thugs reach this goal. Shane, let me ask you. You said that you were collecting the physicals. At this point, we're going digital. Sell off some of that, some of those physicals to make it happen. Was that the original goal, though? Was to own the entire thing physical, and then you had to change the... Okay.
Yeah, to keep everything in my own collection. But then I started paying, $500-$600 on some of these CDs, and it's like, can't really hang on to them for so long if I'm gonna keep the site going, because it doesn't really make sense to me personally. It doesn't make sense to hang on to a $600 CD when I might as well get my money back while the market's still there for it.
Man, throw up a donate button on your website, and everybody listening, if you got love for this project, donate to the cause.
Yeah, man. When I get the site up and running, I'm gonna put up like $1 donation thing or something, just to keep see if we can get anything and keep the hosting and domain up and going.
Yeah, that's awesome. And we'll help share
content. I'm kind of taking on myself here.
Let me ask, with you saying, Shane, that you had $500-$600 CDs, if you don't mind me asking, what's the most expensive item that you've purchased for Bone?
Oh man, I think it was I want to say off the top of my head, the 3-disc Eternal Legend CD from Japan. Wow. I think that was the most I paid up to, I think 600, close to 600 for that one.
Woo!
Yeah, that one, it wasn't new either. It was used with the CD case was in pretty bad condition, but yeah, that's the price on some of these. Like, it gets insane.
And what makes that one so, that particular CD so fucking special that, that it's $600? I mean, because, and this, this is like kind of rolls into another question that I have for you. I guess I'll make it a 2. What is it that makes it so special? Because you don't see in other, and I'll use the example that I had, like Little John's fans aren't collecting imports from fucking Japan for $600. They don't care. What is it that makes that one so special and makes us as Bone fans want to fucking have that?
I think it's the rarity of how many were made and then how many, are actually coming around for sale, 10 years later. There aren't very many as far as records go on, like, say, discogs.com or something like that, where people will put up that insane price and somebody like me will bite and buy it, just because there's only one available. But then after I buy that one, 3 more become available for cheaper prices, a month later. But it's kind of it's a game of feeling it out and waiting and seeing what happens, But yeah, some of those it's just the rarity of them. You can't find them anymore. And then I think Bone fans are just a special breed, man, that just are in love with Bone so much that we collect everything that they make. Even things that they don't necessarily put their name on or don't endorse, like the Leatherface Project or Thug Brothers 3, like, we still go get that shit, even though when they tell us not to.
They're on it, And so in your collection, are you also doing DVDs and VHS tapes?
Yeah, I'm doing the vinyl, cassettes, everything. Anything that was ever made with their name on it.
The clothing line and all those. What about all the?
Yeah, I'm just sticking to media pretty much. The clothing I think that's going to be really hard to get a hold of every design and get a good image of it.
On the, do you think you have like a section of your page maybe that people could send in their pictures of various Bone clothing? The things that you're not trying to collect.
Yeah, for sure. That'd be interesting to see what everybody sends in and what's been out there over the years. Because me, myself, I really don't know about the clothing. I don't really follow that. But I only stay up with what they're currently making. I really don't know anything about the previous tour shirts or stuff like that.
Just a note for listeners as far as clothing, by the way, just like Shane, I spend so much time, just fucking scouring the internet for this rare Bone stuff. And right now on eBay, just so everybody knows, there's 2 Relativity Mo Thug windbreaker jackets from their Urban Assault, street teams, and they're brand new with tags. They're like $250 and $350. But if any of you are collectors like Shane and you do the clothing, fucking awesome items to add to your collection right there. Big Mo Thug logos on each sleeve. So if anybody does collect that stuff, that's 2 great items out there.
See, I got one of those Flesh and Bones, those Kush shirts.
50 caliber.
Yeah, I got one of those. I think I put up for sale, but I think I might take it down and do a giveaway on that one. So that's a rare one. That's pretty rare. I've never seen that one before, even pictures of it. But then again, it might be out there and I'm just unaware of it.
No, you're absolutely right, Shane. It's actually made by a company, I believe they're based in California, called Tree Shirts. They're really big in cannabis culture. They struck up a deal with Flesh and Bone. Flesh and Bone has his own strain called 50 caliber Kush, and they struck up that deal and made that very limited shirt. They make just really limited hats and shirts, and it is very fucking rare. There's probably not a lot of them out there. I saw your post about it. I was actually really jealous. I heard about this all the way back in 2014 that he was going to be doing those when Bizzy was with us, and he kind of dropped on us that Flesh was doing his own strain of weed. So you cats that are in California, if you really are with Bone, you can be out there smoking that 50 caliber Kush.
I don't know how they don't have it already. They out there in Cali.
Let me ask you something. When we were talking earlier, and John asked you where do you draw the line, and you said, hey, if it's got Bone on it, I collect it. Something me and John have been talking about, in private all week, and I briefly brought this up to you. Big Kaz and his entire discography, he has such a he has his own massive discography, like outside of the Bone discography, but it's all Bone stuff. Are you chasing all the Big Kaz items as well?
Yeah, I've done that as well as like Nova the Rebel. I've done that for Kane. I'm chasing everything prior to their Bone career too, just to throw that in and under the affiliate selection. But yeah, just because it's part of their history, I would throw it in there as well.
So let's say
I got all the mixtapes from Nova. I'm working on getting them from Kane. I don't think Kane has any available, so that's a search right there.
What about like the mixtapes that are on Dat Piff? Like, do those
Yeah,
count?
I have all those as well.
Dang. Now let's say,
As long as they're not fan made. As long as, like, I think the only one that's really official is the Fixed Tape 3.
right.
I think
the new Lazy Bone one. Lazy Bone's got a new one that I believe is official.
Yeah, not Law of Attraction. Yeah, you got me there now. I forgot.
Yeah, me either. We were just talking about doing a review, and I can't even remember the fucking name. It's not Perfect Timing. We all know that. So.
No, we know that for sure.
Talking about Number One Assassin?
Yeah,
Number One Assassin.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, and then is that album that had it was like the Thug, the World's Enemy, the filthy prequel or whatever they called it. Is that considered official yet, or is that still not official?
I think it's in a Japan. The prequel. You're talking about the prequel, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the red and then the blue cover.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. I think one or the other, I believe, is a reproduction, a ripoff made in Japan somewhere. I think the blue one is official by someone who owns, some company in Japan that owned the rights to it. But then I think on the red copy, the quality is so horrible. It looks like it was scanned from the blue one, where they had the actual technology to put that color paper in there and make it shiny,
Did one of them come with a DVD? And if so, did you see it? Did you get to see it? I never seen it.
Yeah, I've watched bits and pieces of most of all the DVDs that come across. They all seem to be just or cuts of the Volume 1 VHS.
Oh, right. Okay.
With maybe a concert added in or something odd,
When I would
but more often than not, it is just the Volume 1, just cut down from its original time.
I see that a lot. Like every little, like you said, all of them, and I'm like, there's been so many fucking Bone Thugs interviews for 25 years. How is this old ass one the only one that we can continue to find from these guys to use?
And DJ Unique was the only one really putting out new content on all the DVDs and not kind of pushing the same thing.
Yeah, he had a great run for a while. Like DJ Unique, I was talking to John about this. DJ Unique had a great run for a minute with his websites. Where he was putting out so much fucking content at like BoneThugRecords.com.
Just to drop a hint, I own those websites now. Bone Thug Records, Bone Thug Affiliates, all those.
Dang.
Hey, it's so... Me and John almost bought Bone Thug Records years ago when we bought Beyond the Harmony. We almost bought Bone Thug Records. It was up. It was like, maybe we should buy this. It's on all the CDs. It'll redirect to our website. And I was like, who even cares about these? So it's good to know that we're on the same page with Shane and that you own those.
Yeah, I want to keep that alive. I'm still waiting on Bone Thugs and Harmony to come around whenever Sony drops that one.
I've been wondering, there's like these Mo Thug West mixtapes. Now, let's say one of the artists on there eventually came out with a solo album. Would that also get included into your collection?
Nah, it depends whether they're featuring or not.
Okay.
So, say if they were an official Mo Thug member, yeah, then for sure. If it was just somebody out of the blue kind of thing, I don't think so. If not at least if that's their only art of piece of work they've done.
Do you ever scour? Do you ever scour Amazon.com to look what kind of fake releases come out or things that you never saw before?
I've run into fake releases I think twice, and I think one of them turned out to be real. That was given away with like the Life.com release or something like that. So it's always a game of researching, asking around, and kind of feeling out. Are people just riding? Is this guy's friend that's saying this thing is legit, or so it's a lot of asking around and finding old Bone Thug or BTNHboard.com members to actually tell me something is legit before I add it to the site. So I think there was a red cover, like greatest hits album that hit eBay not long ago that everybody was giving, including myself. I was giving it big shit, but it turned out to be legit. I'm sorry?
Do you consider Young Noble a member at this point, since he's made 3, 4 to 5 albums with Bone members, depending on how you classify it? So are you checking for the whole Young Noble discography, or is it just the ones that he's done with Bone?
No, that would be... I plan to branch out onto other artists in the future. So, like, Tupac is coming up after Bone Thugs, after I complete that site. But it won't fall under the bookofThugs.com name. I think it will fall under something that I'll affiliate with it. But, I'm definitely going to do one for the Outlaws. I might just throw that in under affiliated with Tupac.
Well, I mean, how do you feel about it, basically? I mean, Young Noble's, like I said, he's done so many with Bone at this point. It's like... Yeah,
those CDs are definitely an official one, because I think those will go under Crazy Bones collaborations. Or say like a Lazy Bone collaboration.
And then how did you go about acquiring, like, Soulja Boy had like 4 albums, I think, 4 or 5 albums on Tally Up Records, and like Powder Peas 2 albums. Did you acquire those as well, and do you actually have physicals of those?
Not yet. I haven't ran across. I haven't really gotten down into breaking down the Mo Thug members yet. That's still on the to-do list right now. Basically, at the moment, I'm doing heavy research on DJ Unique. Everybody else is done as far as the website goes, except for him. He's the first on the affiliates list I'm working on right now. I lied. I actually have Nova the Rebel done as well.
Well, okay. Now, this is another one for the criteria. So, did you get Bone Brothers 2 and Eternal Legend, the recent releases that happened last year?
Yeah.
So, in the inside cover, it was like on Real Talk Entertainment, and there was advertisements for other artists that had nothing to do with Bone. But since they're advertised in a Bone album, do they count? Do those albums count?
No, they're not Bone Thug. They're just being marketed by the label. So, I wouldn't waste my time with them.
So we actually got boundaries.
Yeah, there are. Man, there was a lot of artists. Let's say, like, most of the artists that, like, DJ Unique pushed, I think I'm going to throw those under affiliates as well. Like Bruce, and, man, there's a handful of them, I think. Some I'm not even aware of at the moment.
You got to have Bruce. Bruce was an important part of that picture.
Yeah,
he made some great music. Bruce Hathcock's music is fucking so good.
That's one interview I'm looking forward, man. That's going to be an awesome interview y'all do.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get Bruce. Bruce is I look forward to picking his brain. I remember the first time I heard Bruce, it was him over that Ecstasy beat, and I was like, what the fuck is this right here? So,
yeah, that was the shit right there. I love that song.
Yeah, he killed.
I think I have all the Bruce CDs now, except for that one digital download he did recently, or maybe within the last 5 years or so.
With you having, with you collecting, like you just said, like all the Bruce CDs, and you're working on DJ Unique, which he's a fucking big catalog again on his own with everything he's put out. Do you know of anybody that has collected the entire Bone catalog yet?
The entire catalog? No.
Yeah, because that's your goal, right? I mean, you're looking for it all. Do you know anybody that's done
at one
that?
point and scanned it and ripped it? That's my goal now.
Do you know anybody right now with a larger collection than you?
Yeah, I would definitely say my homie Luis. he's helping me out big time, man, by mailing in items to me that I maybe don't want to buy or can't afford to at the moment or whatever. Man, he's helping me out massively. He has a huge collection. And then the person right above him would probably be So Crazy. That's his name on, like, I think that was his name back in the day on the BTNH board and YouTube now. So Crazy also has a list out there of just about every release that is pretty much dead on, with just missing maybe a few items here or there that I'm finding. But I think So Crazy has the master collection right there.
So, but you're looking to surpass him, though, and be the
Oh,
first
definitely.
collector to complete it. Once you do complete it, because we're going to say that you're going to do it because the eye's on the prize. So once you do complete it, you know, the day that you go, this is the last scan, this is the last rip, I have them all. Are you going to then continue to keep up with the collection, or you feel like you crossed the finish line and what they do from there forward, you know, you're good. You came to do what you came to do.
No, I plan to keep the website updated, and I plan to move on to news after I finally get done with all the CDs and all the content. I plan to, you know, get the website coded, finished, and then post news, tour dates, pretty much make it the one-stop shop for everything Bone. I mean, there's a lot of awesome sites like loyalbonefans.com and stuff like that, but I don't think they keep up with it from day to day or post every single thing there is, which I'm going to aim to do.
And you said something to me that was interesting in a private chat, and I hope you don't mind me saying it, because I felt it was such a bold, great goal for you to set. But you said to me, hey, you know, when I complete this, I want it to be so good that Bone uses this as their website.
Yeah, that's my goal.
Yeah, I mean, that's a huge goal, and you know, so many times in the past I've seen websites that were fan run that I was like, this should be fucking Bone's website, because they've never had a great, you know, website for them. Do you think once you complete this and you have news and, you know, your discography running and everything, do you think that's the time that you're going to start to reach out and try to lock that connection in, or are you going to start to try to, like, get these guys to know about what you're doing early on?
I've already reached out to Kane, and from what Kane said, he was going to show the website to Bone, or to Crazy Bone, back when I had the sample up and running. But I don't know if that ever officially happened or not. But yeah, my goal is to make the site so dope that they can't, you know, pass it up and say, hey, damn, this shit is legit right here, you know? Because right now I think Bone Thugs and Harmony just forwards over to their Facebook page at the moment. So I would love to have them be like, damn, this dude snapped. He's got it all in order, like, because I really believe that their whole internet department, from tours to posting pictures and you know, even to iTunes, it's all a mess. It's like low quality photos, and then some CDs are just duplicates of another, and it's wild.
Yeah. All right, y'all. We are coming into our first hour break. Make sure you're subscribed to Beyond the Harmony and BeyondTheHarmony.com. Check out our Facebook page and look out for part 2 of our interview with BookofThugs.com.